This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about a game that, you know, when Onslaught came out, I was pretty critical of it due to the fact of how much it cost for the game. Well, I just got Trials of Tempus, and of course I got the deluxe edition. That's a $200 game, but at Miniature Market I got it for $170. Okay, is this just yet another cash grab? Are you paying a whole lot for a whole lot of nothing? Or is this something a little bit different, and am I looking at it a little differently, or am I being conditioned by good old WizKids to just realize that things are going to be a lot more expensive if you want to play anything Dungeons and Dragons? Well, we'll answer all these questions and more on the other side of this. Okay, so I'm not really going to go over a ton of the rules and stuff like that, but I'm going to show you the book. I want to show you the miniatures. The miniatures are really done pretty well. I've got to admit that I hate when I leave the tape on these stupid things, you know? But anyways, I really like what they did here. I like the way these look. I love the bottoms where you got the name and the clear plastic, and the quality is really, really good. And, you know, I don't feel disappointed or cheated at all with that. The same thing with the big figures, you know, just really, really done well. I really love what they're doing here and how this goes. So I'm just going to put this back. Now, instead of giving me these two things, just give me two more figures. You know, really, come on. The boards are beautiful, okay? And you're going to put all these boards together, and they are going to make it one giant board. You have a double-sided board that you're going to be playing on and going through. I'm going to kind of just go over some of this stuff, and I want to show you some of the stuff here. This is a team-based game, but you're going against each other. What you're doing is you're going through the ever-changing battle realms of the Tempest god of war, and you have to defeat their guardian, the trial guardian, in order to win that particular battle. As I said, it's all going to be put together, and you are going to have this massive board. And like I showed you, very, very nice boards. I'll show you some of the cards and stuff like that, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. You are going to have a deck that you're going to build, and you're going to use that. So particularly there may be a long sword and stuff like that, and you're going to roll a d20, and you're going to hopefully beat that particular number in order to do so much damage. But the player that's being attacked can counteract with cards. But you got to remember, once you use those cards, they're gone pretty much. You're going to set up in different types of fashions. The ancient temple, for instance, here, where it's going to show you where to put certain enemies and the guardian and so forth and so on. And usually in the middle here, after you meet a certain condition, he will pop up, and then you're going to have to do him wrong. On the other side of those, like I said, is the frost ruins. Okay, so you're going to have to deal with that. Winning. To win, you must have more victory points than the other party at the end of the game. The game ends when the trial guardian is defeated. So you have to work together to defeat him, but you also have to complete quests to get victory points, gather loot cards, and certain other events that are going to help you achieve a certain amount of victory points. You really need to kind of be mindful, but also know when to work together to defeat the guardian and their henchmen. Each party's total victory points is tracked by a party token on the victory point tracker and on the side of the board, which is right along here. Okay, just for space sake, I'm not showing that. I'm doing this out of the book, believe it or not. Gameplay is really, you're going to have your draw phase. This is where each character is going to draw things. You're going to have your event phase where certain events are going to happen, and things like that. Initiative phase, who's going to take turns. You're going to go back and forth. You're going to do your turn phase, attacking each other, attacking monsters, trying to do them wrong, combat and such. And then after that, you're going to, like I said, you're going to be earning victory points, and then you're going to have your end of round phase where hopefully you are taking out the Guardian and you have enough victory points to be the ultimate winner. You're going to have a ton of different characters, and like I showed you over there are a ton of great characters, and they're going to have certain amount of hit points, certain interactions and associated tokens. You're going to, it even gives you a recommend build on how to build that particular character. You're going to be trying to solve these events. There's going to be different quests. There's going to be events that are going to pop up that you're going to have to deal with, and there are also going to be quests that you are going to be trying to solve, and you are going to be trying to do each one of these if you can and be the best to get the most, and hopefully you can do that. And these quests are essential because you really kind of want to make sure that you try to complete these quests, because these are going to give you your victory points, and you're going to have a certain agenda. There are going to be player cards also, which we'll pull out here, and everything's run off a d20. You're going to have loot cards that are going to help you and give you victory points. So as you get certain loot, that's going to give you victory points. You are also going to be trying to, as I said, there's certain these cards that are going to help you when you go to attack with certain things. You can, kind of bolster it up, but the other side can also counteract it with a defensive move in a way, and hopefully that will be enough for you to either defeat your opponent or fend off your opponent. So you're going to play until you ultimately win, defeat the Guardian, and then whoever has the most victory points wins the game. So really, really interesting. Like I said, I wasn't going to go over everything here, but this gives you a gist of the idea. Is this worth the money? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go see what I have to say up on the other side of this. Now, like I said at the beginning when we went down, I wasn't going to show you everything and take everything out. Are there a couple things that they could have done to improve? I mean, if you're going to pay for the deluxe edition, don't you think just painted miniatures is more than deluxe? Well, possibly. But you want to know something? This is one, and I've been changing my mind about Onslaught as well, because they really have been supporting that, and there has been a bunch of different expansions to come out for it. This is something really unique. I can see them adding more to this. Do I wish there was a solo play to it? Well, there could be, but there isn't. This is a two to 8 player game, where you can have it where you carry 2 characters. But each character takes up a big imprint. So even just playing with 4 characters, 2 on each side, it takes up quite a space, and the board isn't small at all, which is pretty good. I like the 2-sided, the Frost World or the other world, and the whole thing of these trials. And going through them and having to defeat the main boss there while trying to get the most points for doing certain quests, I think is really, really a great idea. And I think this works really well, especially with the D20 system. Is it pricey? Yes. Would you compare this? Would you pay $200 more and get a Kingdom Death Monster where you've got, you can buy that for $400 and get a ton of stuff? high quality and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I get it, but you are paying for the Dungeons and Dragon name in a way, and these things are pre-painted and assembled. Got it. The cards are better quality than they have been in the past. The art is better. I like everything that they're doing with this, and I think they do a really good job with this, so I can give a pass. Now, like I said, these tokens, could we have just had figures for $200? Could you added 2 more figures? Yeah, you could have, but that's nitpicking. I think what you got here is a solid, fun, and enjoyable game, and I think it really works. Especially if you want something a little bit different, competitive, cooperative, and yet, just a little bit of everything in there. And I think it does a great job at doing that and giving you a great feel. Has it even improved my thoughts of Onslaught? Sure has. I was so critical of that, and yet now here I am. I'm kind of like, you thought I would have maybe said, oh no, I'm not going to get that, not after that Onslaught debacle. No, I'm happy I got this, and I think it's really, really good. So there you go, and until next time, my dear friends, it is your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.